Hey guys, James here again. This is me with Luffy went back in time, part 3. Um, I just finished recording what if Luffy was like, or what if Luffy had the op fruit? What if Naruto had the op fruit? I finished recording that. And my Dragon Ball Z series is actually doing actually doing pretty good, so I'm going to be continuing that one. But I'm pretty sure with the time I uploaded it, it might not have been that wise to upload it at that time. Guys, you know, in the background, I'm watching Masako X. He makes really good Dragon Ball what ifs, and probably really accurate. So trust him. Pause it. Loud. Now, let's left off with Luffy recruiting Gin onto his crew, and Zoro fighting Mihawk. Zoro was still beaten, but didn't stand that good of a chance. Now since Luffy didn't not since not since Zoro didn't stand that good of a chance either way against Mihawk, he didn't really win or lose. But Zoro did have observation and was on the verge of unlocking Ornament. And he was within sight of Full Body, who was leaving the island after being beaten by Luffy. So Zoro was able to get a bounty from at least trying to fight Mihawk. And Luffy ended up feeding Nezumi to the fishman. Guess who Nezumi is? He's the rat-faced guy that kind of Along gave him money to not get caught. But we left off with Fishman Island. I'm probably gonna do this arc to Whiskey Peak or Log Town to Whiskey Peak right now. So yeah. Now we're going to fast forward through the whole partying on Kokoyashi Village to the Straw Hats leaving. When the Straw Hats leave, the villagers wish them off with them giving Nami all of her money that she collected. And the Straw Hats actually have a decent amount of money now, as they have around 100 million berries, plus the ones that Arlong had from Nezumi. And I'm pretty sure Nami was the one that beat Arlong. So that's kind of embarrassing, being beaten by Nami, but in real life she'd beat most people in ways. But Straw Hats leave, and they go to Logtown. When they get to Logtown, Smoker is not notified of anyone going towards Logtown. So when the pirates arrive, he doesn't think they're Straw Hat pirates. I believe one of them was the name Brownbeard introduced twice, because there's Peachbeard, there's Brownbeard, there's Blackbeard, there's Whitebeard. Even though Whitebeard has a mustache, but I'm pretty sure one of them tried to call himself Brownbeard. But I forgot his name. But the pirate that went there tried to call himself Brownbeard. Smoker beat his whole crew by himself until Luffy arrived. He didn't realize this. He's right about Smoker, how early he met him. So Luffy was like, Zoro's probably the best one to stand a chance against him right now, because he's on the verge of unlocking Ornament. Luffy then says, my own training's been beneficial as well. As Smoker would see Luffy's crew arrive, he then says, who the hell are you guys? Luffy then says, we're the Straw Hat Pirates, how about you? Smoker will reply, I'm the captain here, Smoker. I recommend you leave before I have to get violent. Luffy then says, how about this? Luffy will deck Smoker in the gut using a black fist. Everyone's wondering what this is. Luffy, he does have Ornament. He just didn't train it, or at least use it as much. And when everyone saw how fast that punch was, and Tashigi's watching, he thought the fist would go through Smoker, until Smoker falls to the ground unconscious. Everyone saw this as Luffy walked past the knocked out Smoker, as Tashigi tried to jump at Luffy. Zoro smacked away Tashigi with one swipe of his sword, and Gin would have pressed her against the wall, holding his tonfa to her neck, saying, we're not here to do anything harmful, we're here to go shopping, that is it. Tashigi's going to be a little intimidated, but she's going to have to listen to Smoker's unconscious, and if they can beat Smoker, no Marine on the island stands a chance. And Usopp would start to fight Daddy Masterson, even though that's not canon. And he would win. If he's given a gun, he's still going to win. So he's given a pistol, and he used to fight Daddy Masterson, and each bullet that Daddy Masterson fires at Usopp shoots away. He just fires the bullets back, and each bullet he would shoot, Usopp shoots the bullets, and they shatter. So Masterson compares Usopp to Yasop, and Usopp then says, no, if my dad beat you and I beat you, my dad's probably holding back on you. My dad's probably the best sniper in the world. He felt defeated as his daughter would give Usopp the goggles. Now, Sanji would still do the cooking competition, but he'd still win. But with Sanji actually having to train a lot harder because of Luffy's training regimen, he's not that... he's still good, but not as good as he was in canon. He's still good enough to win. The rest go shopping, and they don't have money. They have a lot of money either way, so it doesn't matter. And Luffy would have bought a few outfits, as he likes the ones he wore in the movies and in just about all of his adventures. So any outfit Luffy had in the movies, he's probably going to have right now. The only one that's probably different is the one he wore in Film Z, as those two were given to him. And he probably had to give them back. Imagine the Strat's closets of all the clothes they've worn. Pretty sure Luffy and Nami have the biggest closets of any Straw Hat. Zoro just most of his outfits end up being destroyed. Sanji has 8 suits in his closet, so Chopper doesn't really need that much clothes, and he wouldn't really need to wear them. He's a reindeer. Besides that, we're gonna go to Strat's finishing up Logtown, but a giant hay is heard in the distance. Luffy turns around and there's Buggy's crew. Buggy, it's you. And Luffy just notices something. He remembers Bartolomeo somewhere on the island. Luffy then says, "Hey Buggy, since you're here, have you seen a green-haired guy that's incredibly tall with horrific-looking teeth?" Nami already knows where Luffy's going with this. He's looking for Bartolomeo. He then says, "Luffy, don't tell me you're looking for him." Luffy then says, I'm looking for him." Nami then says, "Oh, damn it, this is going to end horribly." And that's when Buggy then says, "Yeah, I think so. He went that way. But I did find Alvida." And he points to Alvida. She does look like how she does when she ate the slim fruit. And he says, "Oh, you did eat the fruit." She says, "Did you hit me that way on purpose since you told him where to find me?" He then says, maybe not. Who knows?" Alvida then says, "All right, I'm not going to fight you this once." Luffy then says, "Okay." Luffy then says, "Oh yeah, Buggy, if you tell the Marines you were part of the Roger Pirates, you'll get a high bounty and probably be respected a lot by other pirates. So I recommend that." As he walks off, everyone looks at Buggy as he never told them that he's a part of the Roger Pirates. So Alvida is more or less going to gold dig Buggy until he dies. So Luffy knows why he did that, but he's going towards the direction that Buggy told Luffy that Bartolomeo was in. He runs that way as Nami just tells the crew to go back to the ship. Luffy goes about 30 minutes. Luffy comes back with a tall-looking Bartolomeo. And Luffy actually does know Bartolomeo does have his barrier fruit. And Bartolomeo actually respecting Luffy for knocking out Smoker in one hit, unless instead of Bartolomeo seeing Luffy survive having his head chopped off, he's gonna respect Luffy for knocking out Smoker in one go. But as Luffy goes back to the ship, Smoker starts waking up. And he looks at Luffy saying, "How'd you hit me?" Luffy then says, "Hockey, train in it." As he then says, "But you might want to work your way up to Vice Admiral first. You'll have a lot more hockey training that way." Luffy then looks at Zoro. Zoro has a few new swords. Katetsu the Third and Yubashiri. I'm pretty sure those were the names. Luffy then says, "So Zoro, you don't need any new swords, but you bought some either way." Zoro says, "Yeah. If I wanted to, I could have bought the shop." Nami says, "Did you buy it?" Zoro said, "Nah, I didn't want to. Too much effort." Nami just laughs, saying, "That's just like you." As Bartolomeo then says, So this is your whole crew?" Luffy says, "That's our other new recruit, Gin," as he points to the guy swinging his tonfa around, and Luffy says, "Bartolomeo, Gin and you are going to be training together. While me and the other Straw Hats training each other. Or more or less, just me and Zoro training every other Straw Hat." Gin then says, hello Bartolomeo," as Gin holds out one tonfa and throws it to Bartolomeo. Bartolomeo catches it, and Bartolomeo then says, "What am I supposed to do with this?" Gin says, "Fight me." And a few hours of fighting would commence. The Straw Hats head towards Reverse Mountain. And as they go over Rich Mountain, and when they land, they see the giant whale as they're going down, actually. Not landing. When they go down, they see the giant whale. Luffy says, oh no. Luffy just yells to Laboon, get out of the way. Laboon doesn't listen to Luffy, then says, I didn't want to do this. I shoots his arm back, but he makes it a palm. He'll go get your second one's arm and shoot it forward as it hits Laboon in the head. Laboon's sent back as there's enough room for the Straw Hats to actually land safely. So, Laboon's trying to bite down on the ship until Luffy just stretches his arm up and holds Laboon's jaw shut, and one foot's in the water, holding Laboon's jaw down. Crocus doesn't come out as he does hear Laboon trying to upset until he sees Luffy holding Laboon's mouth open so Laboon doesn't bite down on the ship. Crocus, what you say? Laboon, calm down. They're trying to make sure you don't hurt them. Laboon will listen as Luffy just pushes his ship back with his one arm and leg in the ship. Laboon says, he didn't harm us. I'm okay with him. Ferguson says, really? Usually everyone just gets mad at him and tries to shoot him. Or they die. Laboon says, oh yeah, who are those two? As he points to the I guess the red line, and there's a little bit of land over there. And there's Vivi, and I believe her partner is Vivi's partner was Mr. 9. That's kind of what I thought it was. I was about to say Mr. 8 or Mr. 9. I forgot which one. But Luffy points to Mr. 9 and Vivi, as then Croson says, those two. Would you mind getting rid of them? You seem strong. Luffy then says, oh, why not? Wait, you look familiar. Oh, I'll talk about it later. He jumps to the land, and then he punches Mr. 9 out. He'll shoot his fist forward and knocks Mr. 9 out as Vivi then tries to hit Luffy. Luffy's dodging every hit, as Nami just knows why Luffy's not hitting her. Luffy actually wraps his arm around Vivi, saying, What's the Princess of Alabasta doing here? Vivi will freeze, knowing, kind of in shock that Luffy knows who she is. Luffy then says, what are you talking about? Mr. 9 says, Vivi, he knows. Until Luffy just stomps on his head, saying, and I know who you are too. You're not bad, but you're annoying. So he stretches his arm out onto a ship as he drops Vivi, saying, causing trouble and I'll drop you into the water. Boone can have you for dinner then. He picks up Mr. 9 and jumps to the ship as Crocus and says, alright boy, you're saying that I look familiar. Who do I look like? Luffy then says, oh yeah, the doctor of the Roger Pirates. Crocus will freeze, saying, oh god, this kid doesn't know his stuff. Crocus will say, how'd you know that? Luffy says, I've seen a few body posters of the old crew. Plus, I'm friends with one of the old apprentices. I'm friends with both of them. Crocus will think apprentices until he remembers. Shanks and Buggy. He's like, oh, you're still those two are still pirates? Luffy will say. Pretty sure Shanks is almost a Yonko by now. Nami then says, oh yeah, he would be a Yonko by now. Crocus then says, you two aren't even in the New World and you already know what Yonko are? He says, oh, we're a very knowledgeable crew. Crocus will laugh, saying, Just go on forward, kid. By the way, what's your name? Luffy says, I'm Strat Luffy. Crocus says, and I guess Shanks gave you the hat? Luffy says, yep. So if Buggy comes by, tell him I said hi. And Luffy and Strat will leave, as Crocus looks at the back of the ship. There's one guy with barriers being brutally beaten by another guy with giant tonfa. Bartolomeo had given the tonfa back and was being beaten by Gin. But when the Strats get to Whiskey Peak, Gin has a good understanding of observation, so does Bartolomeo. Despite Bartolomeo being covered in bruises and blood. And Luffy, through watching Chopper, he does know some stuff about how to treat that. And the Strats get to Whiskey Peak, Luffy just sells them. Alright, don't waste time on hospitality, beat them all. Except the guy with the giant wig. You can leave him alone. He becomes instantly confused as he sees Vivi and Mr. 9 on the ship until Luffy wraps his arm around around Igaram as the Strats start beating down everyone except for I don't know her name, but it was Miss something. Find her name. Okay, I'm pretty sure her name was Miss Monday. Alright, the Strats Luffy just tells them, leave the guy with the giant wig and leave the girl with pink hair alone. Those two aren't really trying to fight us. And the millions of broke works are kind of shocked that Luffy already knows they're going to attack. Zoro, Gin, Luffy actually tells Gin and Bartolomeo keep training. So those two can't really fight. Skiing and Bartolomeo are kind of like sad about it by this, but Vivi and Mr. Nine are kind of shocked on how Luffy already knows to attack them, but leave those two alone. So Eagram's gonna question Luffy as he runs at him. So Miss Monday until Luffy just decks them both in the gut and they're knocked out. And Luffy just drags them both back onto the ship as he ties them up with Mr. Nine and Vivi. So Luffy will wait for Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine's Day, I believe her name was. But when it's for those two to arrive, Luffy says, Usopp handle the guy with the weird hair and Zoro, he can handle the girl that can increase her weight or something. Zoro says, how do you know her devil fruit? Luffy says, experience. As Zoro says, I guess. As he runs towards her, and she also thinks, she's just some weakling. She didn't hear what Luffy said. Zoro says, this dragon splitter. As he will slash her chest, but the attack will only leave a mark as he uses flat side of his blade. I forgot what Dragon Splitter is. I'm pretty sure it's the move that Zoro used to hit Monet. And it can be hockey infused, but Zoro leaves it alone because it's meant to shatter your spirit, not your body. So it's meant to lower your morale by a lot because he beat you with that one move easily. And plus, if you know who he is, he uses one sword on you. You're kind of useless to everyone. So Miss Valentine's Day is knocked out with that one attack as her spirit is shattered. And Usopp is just fighting Mr. 5, and he's dodging every explosion that's shot at him or thrown at him. So Usopp then says, maybe this will work, as he pulls out an alcohol star and chucks it into Mr. 5's mouth. So 5's wondering what this does until Usopp hits him with a Firebird Star. Now, Usopp's main combo is alcohol star and Firebird Star. No, I don't think it is in canon, but it'll work right now. So this is his main cannon, as Mr. 5 is kind of burning until Usopp pulls out a lead ball and hits him in the groin with it. So Mr. 5 is down for the count, as I don't think he can have kids anymore, because he'll be dead and he got a lead ball to the testicles. So yeah, I didn't think it'd take this short to get to Whiskey Peak, even though it's like 17 minutes. So I'm going to go past Whiskey Peak and Alabasta, Drum Island. Oh, Little Garden. Yeah, Little Garden. So let's set sail into Little Garden again. Now, when they get there, Gin and Bartolomeo are actually average with observation. Usopp and the rest of the crew are actually above average with observation. And Zoro's personally training, not Zoro, Luffy training Zoro personally in observation. Damn it. Luffy training Zoro personally in ornament hockey as Gin and Bartolomeo are actually average in observation by now. So, by the time they get to Whiskey Peak, by the time they get to Little Garden, Zoro is decent in ornament hockey as he can do it by will. But it'll just flare out sometimes as the sword will sometimes turn black at random. When they get to Little Garden, they see the giants. They don't offer them alcohol. They will. Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine's Day are done for already. But Mr. 3 and Miss All Sunday are there still. No, Mr. All Sunday's Robin. Alright, Miss Golden Week. So, Miss Golden Week and Mr. 3 are still on the island, but Louis just knows where they are. As if she just sends Gin and Bartolomeo to handle those two. Louis just says, don't kill any of them. Gin and Bartolomeo will agree not to kill anyone, as they do kill the two animals that were stalking them. But Gin will easily hit Mr. 3 in the chest with the tonfa, knocking him out. And Bartolomeo just uses a barrier each time Marianne or Miss Golden gets too close to him, so he'll just kick her in the gut, knocking her out. Louis then says, maybe Buggy can find those two useful. He does call Buggy, as Buggy did give Luffy a transponder snail. Luffy calls Buggy. Buggy comes and grabs those two, but he doesn't come as the shrines are there. He's just going up Reverse Mountain just now. So, guess Buggy and Luffy are like a temporary alliance at this point. Now, Luffy will just watch the giants fight. They give him alcohol. They don't explode. Nothing's wrong. And when the sharks leave, Buggy will arrive at Little Garden about 2 hours later. Buggy's been training. He can defeat a few. At most, he can beat Mr. 2. That's all I'll give him. Mr. 2, like if he goes past Mr. 2, he's gonna die. Like Mr. 2 and Buggy are tied for strength at this point. Now, Buggy will grab those two as he does find some use for them. And he actually has them train on the ship. So Buggy's crew is actually a lot more useful in this one. So when Luffy will go back towards Alabasta, they end up going to Drum Island. No, not because anyone's sick. Luffy wants to grab someone. And when he gets there, he just sees guns pointing at him. Until Luffy just says, "Alright, drop the guns or I'll hit you all." Then makes them all fire until Luffy just says, "Stun gun balloon." He inflates as the bullets bounce off and back at the guns. The guns are knocked out of everyone's hand. Dalton asks Luffy why he's here. So Luffy just says, "I want to pay someone a visit." And that's all. Dalton says, "You're pirates. There's no one here associated with pirates." Luffy says, "Oh no, I sent someone something and I want to see if they listened." Dalton says, "How long ago was it?" Luffy says, "A few years." Dalton will say, I'll let you go, but I'll let you go, but I'm coming with you." He says, "Oh, there's no problem with that. Also, is your king here? Because he's kind of a jerk and I don't want to encounter him." Dalton will laugh, saying, "That's everyone's thought process." As Luffy will jump onto the land, and they go towards the castle. As Dalton says, why are you going towards the castle?" Luffy says, "Oh, Chopper and Dr. Rain. There's one that's in a letter too." Luffy starts running, and Dalton barely keeps up with Luffy, running at like barely 5% of his speed. Dalton actually transformed his full zone, his full bull, as he keeps up with Luffy now. When it comes to the giant rabbit yeti things, Luffy kicks them all away. He starts climbing. Dalton just says, "How are you going to climb all the way up there?" Luffy says, "Want help?" Dalton just says, "Why not?" He's on Luffy's back, thinking Luffy's too skinny to carry him. Just Luffy carries him easily. Carries them up all the stuff up to the mountain. As they get there, Dr. and Chopper are about to leave. That's how early the Pirates got there. But Chopper and Dr. are confused until Luffy says, "Oh, Chopper, there you are." Well, he'll tell Chopper and says, "How do you know who I am?" Luffy says, I'm the one that's sending you a letter, dummy." As Dr. Ring says, "Wait, a little letter? Like the one that taught Chopper how to fight?" Luffy says, "Yeah." She's like, "So, you, not knowing who he is, sent him a letter on how to fight." Luffy says, "Oh, I already know very well who he is." He's confused as Luffy says, "Just go deal with the guy with the broken foot or something." Chopper and Dr. Green will just go as they come back about 40 minutes later. They come in. Luffy has to explain who he is to Dr. Green and Chopper. Dr. Green believes this as she doesn't know devil fruits exist. She's pretty old. Plus, there's Dalton. He's proof that devil fruits exist. So, once Dr. Green just hears this, Chopper also does know devil fruits exist. He uses one. And when they hear there's a tiny devil fruit that sent Luffy back in time, and about how Chopper was on his crew, Chopper was like, "Alright, follow me your crew. What do I like to do?" Luffy says, "So far what I'd like to do is heal people, eat cotton candy, talk about Dr. Hirulu, talk about Drum Island, a lot of things." Now Chopper just knew Luffy was the guy as Chopper didn't mention Dr. Hirulu once, but Luffy knows who he is. And he's a resident of Drum Island, so he wouldn't know who he is. As Luffy says, "Oh yeah, one of my friends should be here." He jumps down and runs towards the village. He runs towards the village as Ace is about to leave. He then yells, "Ace, wait!" Ace is confused as he didn't know Luffy would be on the island. He then turns around and says, "Oh, Luffy, you're here." He says, "Yeah. I was telling you, I just want to tell you. I forgot to tell you I was here." Ace then says, "How do you know I was here?" He says, "Someone told me another pirate was here." Ace will chuckle, saying, "No, I know someone didn't do that. How'd you know I was here? Really, how'd you know?" He says, "Reasons. Now, where are you going next?" Ace says, "Alabasta. What about you?" He says, "Oh, same here." He says, "Really? Why are you going to Alabasta?" He says, fight Crocodile. How about you?" Ace says, "Oh, there's some guy saying he beat Blackbeard, so I'm gonna find him and beat him first." He says, "Scorpion?" He says, "How do you know?" Luffy says, "Oh, he lies and says he beat people, even though it's just to get a reputation, so strong people come after him, he can capture them." He says, "Oh, do you know why he does that?" since you already seem to know a lot about him. Luffy says, some reports just say he has kids and needs to feed them. He says, oh, that's really it? He says, yeah. He says, I have a few thousand berries I'll give him. And if I feel generous enough to a few 10,000. He says, there's some berries on my ship. I have a few 100 million. Ace just laughs, saying, how do you already have that much? And you set out less than 2 months ago. So I'm pretty sure it'd be like 2 months by now. But Luffy just says, doesn't matter. Just go grab some from Nami. Just tell her I sent you. Ace will do so, and Ace leaves. Luffy goes back to the castle, and Chopper will actually just say, you know, when Wapol and his brother are supposed to be back, because they don't want to know why I include Wapol's brother. If Luffy just fought Wapol by himself, Luffy's wiping the floor with him. Well, Wapol's brother will make it more interesting, even though the same will happen, just a little bit longer. I forgot Wapol's brother's name. Alright, Mushiro. Right, so Chopper will ask when Wapol and Mushiro are supposed to be back. Luffy says, a few minutes, like 15 maybe. Damn it. Yeah, the names of Wapol's guards like Kudo. I'm just gonna call him Kudo. His name's too long. And Chess, those two. So about 15 minutes later, Chess, Kudo, Mushiro, and Wapol will go up the mountain as they see Luffy and Chopper waiting with Dalton. Wapol will say, oh, this is Dalton, the traitor. Luffy says, Dalton, just knock out Chess, please. Dalton says, he's the weakest one, I'll do so. Dalton will jump up as he runs at Dalton. Not Dalton. Dalton will run at Chess at max speed in his hybrid form as he hits Chess off the mountain. And Wapol wasn't expecting Dalton to engage in a battle with them, so it was kind of off guard. As Chopper will jump up as well as he eats a rumble ball. And he'll go into a jumping point as he actually jumps up in the air. He lands and hits Kudo in the head. I'm saying his name's too long. I don't want to try it anymore. He'll land on Kudo's head, and that knocks him out. And Wapol and Mushiro look at Luffy, saying, "You want to fight us too?" Luffy says, why not? But Dr. Green, want to handle the guy with the metal jaw? Dr. Green says, sure. He pulls out a giant hammer and runs at Wapol. As if you guys don't remember, Dr. Green uses a lot of weapons against Luffy. Like, she threw tons of stuff at him. But Luffy will run at Mushiro as he fights Mushiro. That fight's a lot easier, I guess, as it takes a few blows to beat Mushiro. Like 4 or 5 at most. While Dr. Green just repeatedly hit Wapol in the head with a hammer. Chopper's kind of just sitting on Kudo's head, and Dalton just watching as Chess is being eaten by rabbit yetis. Chopper then, I should say, bye to Dr. Green after about an hour, as Chopper had to get all the stuff ready to leave with Luffy. So once they do leave, Dalton will wave bye to Luffy and Chopper and the Straw Hats. So the Straw Hats will leave, and I'm gonna conclude it there. So if you enjoyed this part, like, subscribe, comment if you didn't like it, comment if you did. Bye now.